The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
With the closing ceremony on Suze, I keep hearing that Tom Cruise is going to be a part of it.
Yes, I've heard that too.
I've heard Tom Cruise. Who's performing?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is performing, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep.
Wow.
That's random.
I can't wait to see Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
She's obviously American,
And
right?
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop
And
Dogg.
also Snoop, who's been great.
How good has Snoop Dogg been?
That's been amazing.
Bill told me that he's getting paid $500,000 a day to be over there.
8 million all up.
What?
Yes.
Mate, it does
From
seem
NBC
like,
or from the
seems like a
Olympic
lot,
movement?
But he's done a couple of gigs. Like,
Oh, it's been great for the Olympics.
I'd say that his influence has been priceless. Like
Yeah.
that's been a pretty cool thing. I know $8 million.
Well, we're all talking about it, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He just seems like so much fun. And everybody wants to get a picture with Snoop, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, you could go out to the equestrian, and it's like he's I don't know, he makes it part of the event.
Yeah.
He makes it more special somehow or other just by turning up.
He's
It's fun.
dressed in full equestrian gear.
But somehow he looks like one of us. You know, like it didn't like he had. I'm sure he did have bodyguards and everything around him, but it looked like he was just sitting there. And, you know, if it had been Tom Cruise, they couldn't use him in that same way. And, you know,
No.
like he's got that
And he
something personal about him.
Yeah.
He went to the Dream Team. He went and met the Dream Team.
Yeah.
And see, they want to see him.
Yeah.
It's a novelty for them
It's
to
something
see
viral, everyone.
Snoop, and then he got up and performed.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So
They've
that's
had a
just
lot-
starting now, that closing
They've had a lot of celebrities over there, haven't they? Like Nicole Kidman was over there, Keith Urban,
Luke Bradnam.
Luke Bradman.
to Apapu.
I can't think of all the names, but nearly every
Or Gaga
famous
and everyone,
movie
obviously.
star or singer has been spotted
Yeah.
in the crowd at some stage. It's
Yeah.
been a good way to get people's eyes on the Olympics again.
So one of the one of the things that occurs during the closing ceremony is that, passing the baton over to LA. Is that where they're expecting Tom Cruise? Obviously,
Presume so.
that's where
It'll be the
you'd
end
expect
of the
him to
opening
be.
ceremony.
Yeah.
I had the closing. I keep saying
Closing
ceremony.
Usually it's a big concert, the closing, isn't it? So all the athletes walk in early. We saw Kaylee and Matt Wern walk in with the flag at the beginning of the ceremony. Then all the athletes sort of stream in.
Oh, they've already done that?
Yeah, now there'll be a big concert, and then I think they'll do the switch over at the end, won't they? And they'll bring the flag. Well, usually they bring the flag down from the flagpole and sort of ceremonial stuff, but is the Olympic flag at the Stade de France?
I don't remember seeing
I don't think it is.
nothing at the Stade de France.
Because their opening was so different, I don't think it was all there.
I just realised I don't think I've seen the flame for the entire Olympics.
It's
Where was the flame?
Well, it was floating. When it wasn't actually a flame, it was like vapours and LEDs and things. But I only saw it once. Like I was literally in an Uber racing back to get to the show one night, and I was quickly thrusting my hand out of an Uber because the bloody thing was just floating over the sand. But other than that, I didn't see it.
Is it a hot air balloon looking thing?
Yeah, hot air balloon. And underneath it, again, it wasn't actual fire. It was vapour and
Okay.
And all
Is it the
sorts of
first time that's
sustainable
ever
stuff.
happened?
Even the Olympic flame is vaping.
Not a fire. Yeah. Exactly. It was vaping.
Yeah, true. I think it was near the Louvre.
It was stationed sort of near. It was moving at night. It'd move.
Okay.
Yeah, but during the
okay.
day you could go and sort of line up and get in on an area where you could get a good look at it. Yeah, it was interesting. But I kind of, to be honest, there's a lot of things like I think we can put a line through the river for ceremonies
Yeah.
and things. I don't think that'll work, but it's good. We got someone else to try it out and see why it wouldn't work in Brisbane. And I also like to be honest, I like the flame burning at the stadium. Like, I think there's something cool about that as the athletes compete. Because
Well, there's something cool
as I said,
about
I only saw
tradition,
it
isn't there?
once. It's
Yeah.
in the middle of, so
Yeah.
our equivalent would be it's hovering, I don't know, over Kangaroo Point Cliffs where everyone can see it. I kind of get it. But I think the sport element is something we can, just that traditionalism is something we can
There's something good
reach
about that.
back into
Embrace.
in Brisbane because LA is going to take it somewhere completely, psychedelic.
I love the bell they had at the stadium. Like when I saw Nina
That was
Kennedy
good.
after she won the
I
pole
love
vault.
that,
Did you see
yes.
her when she rang the bell?
Yeah.
That was an Aussie's idea.
Was it?
Yeah, like our mate, Greg Bowman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they went. That's pretty cool. That
I like the wood knock at the start of
I
every
like that too.
event. They drag
Opening
someone
the-
out. We
opening
could do
the,
something like that. That was
sport.
cool.
Yeah, it was good. I like
yeah,
that.
that was Aussie influence as well. Like
Was it?
Aussies still make a lot of those decisions. It's pretty cool at the Olympics. That
Really?
all these years on from Sydney, all that was Australian concepts.
The same guy that did
Yeah.
the knock knock?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a genius. You know, he also, didn't he write the score for the
Correct.
medal ceremony music at the Sydney Olympics?
Yeah.
Greg Bowman.
Yeah.
He wrote the music
I
that
got
we walked
what?
out to.
Buzz, this guy's like I got to sit with him one session at the athletics at the 200 metres with him and his family, and he was just pointing out things that they did,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, freaky stuff.
He's a genius.
What's his name?
Greg
Greg
Bowman.
Bowman.
He must have been so young when he did that music for the Sydney Olympics.
Not in
Yeah.
the system.
He wouldn't. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I don't even know what it's called, but it's that cool music. They had cool music here in Paris as well.
Yeah.
But it's that anthemic kind of music.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was great. The venues were great. There's plenty of things that were crap about it.
Like what?
Like lineups, food and beverages at the stadiums was horrible. The situation.
Is it true you
I think
couldn't
they
get a
compromise the
beer?
athletes in certain ways to try and make points, and I think we've got to stop doing that. The athletes have to be at the forefront. You've got to give them what they want. Crash Craddock wrote the same thing in the paper today about that. We can't not have vegan food 80%, and we've got to just stop that and say the athletes need this. If you want to make your political statements, make it outside of the athlete thing.
Precinct.
Because that's transport-wise and things like that.
Yeah.
It's about the athletes. I think if you start there and then we almost reverse, what do they call it? Engineer it from there. That's how we get a good Olympics.
Well, so we've got to get good results, haven't we?
And good results.
Good results is what makes an Olympics, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like Australia just going off was so exciting, wasn't it?
Well, it just
That's
fuels
so true.
the enthusiasm if we, if we're constantly getting validated with medals.
Yeah. And when you think about it, it's all, I'm getting goosebumps now about it, but there's a good result that probably is what gets us on a high like that. If we return with 4 gold medals, everyone's still a bit, results count.
Who's your breakout superstar?
Jess Hull, the 1,500 metre runner that finished
yes.
silver with the silver. That's the first time since 1968 that a man or woman's won a middle distance medal, man or woman
In
at the
that
Olympic
event.
How
Games.
gutsy was she too, holding
Yeah.
on down the straight there?
Oh, yeah.
I think Kaylee McEwen for me.
Yeah,
doing the double-double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, jeez. God, I need to think about it.
We can revisit it.
I need
Have
to
a
think about it.
think about it.
Let me think about it. There's so many good results, wasn't there? Oh, I liked Super Saya, the BMX rider.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, how good was
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And the brother too.
Yeah, and the brother.
Yeah, that was magical.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
My eldest boy, Levi, had his 21st over the weekend at Stratty. So,
Was it yesterday, his 21st?
yeah, yesterday, his actual birthday, but he spent it over with his mates at Stratty. So we had a dinner.
Just the boys?
On Thursday night. There was boys and girls we had over there. Yeah.
Mixed.
Yeah,
One-
one of those ones.
One of those ones. Yeah.
But he, on Thursday night, we went out and did like a family dinner. And I didn't know this, but Jode had bought like a lemon meringue cake that, is his favourite, that she'd
Yum.
taken into the kitchen before. We were at a Japanese place, and she'd taken and said, bring this out, whatever. And we had our teppanyaki stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so good. And it was, so we had like an entree thing. It was like a set menu. So I had the entree, then they brought out the main bit, and it was in between that and the dessert. And Levi goes, I'm just going to duck off to the bathroom. Well, as soon as he got up and walked outside to go to the bathroom, the whole kitchen, all the Japanese, all the chefs, they all stopped working at their stations, and all of the wait staff, the whole restaurant came out with this lemon meringue.
Was it lit?
Lit.
And singing.
And happy birthday, and they came around to where our table was, and we were like, no,
not here.
Stop. So he literally
Back up.
I said to him afterwards, I said, could you not hear them singing happy birthday as you were going into the bathroom? And he said, no, I couldn't. So now we're in this awkward thing where we've called it off, and they're all waiting there.
God.
And now we're waiting for Levi to
What's
come back
taking
from
so long?
He's decided to have a bit of a go in there.
And
So to speak.
Suze, it was
Yes.
it was not a quick pit stop.
Yeah.
It
was
went-
it all you can eat? Because I used to do that.
Seconds.
Empty the tank and go back and have 17 desserts back in the
We
day.
were,
Oh, no.
we were, because initially I was like, I guess he'll be a minute. Like
Yeah.
he'll be out in a second, and he wasn't.
Oh, no.
And we're waiting, and then it became obvious to everyone this is not going to be. There's not a quick resolution to this.
Oh, the candle's like burning down.
There's like steaks burning back in the kitchen. The candle.
They had the sparklers going. They were those sparkler,
that's
they were
done.
those sparkler things. So eventually, we've had to go. I had to look down. I was so like I couldn't handle I just
Anxiety.
I got my phone and actually just went down to my phone and made Jody deal with it.
Poor Jody.
To
Like,
call off the.
She'd organised this beautiful thing.
They called off the party, and then he's come back, empty stadium. Everyone's back at their workstations, and then they brought out the cake with the sparklers all distinguished, all extinguished. Happy birthday, buddy.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
We haven't spoken about one of the big talking points from the weekend. Probably will be one of the memories of the Paris Olympics, which is Ray Gunn's performance in the breakdance.
Oh yeah.
In the
She's been copying it,
in
or?
Paris.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, I didn't know what I honestly didn't know what I was looking at when I first looked at it. I've heard her reasoning for it as well, but she's. If you had said before this Olympics that an Australian's going to come out and do a dance and become probably the most well-known breakdancer in the world, but not win.
Not for the right reasons.
Yeah, not for the right reasons.
Eddie what was his name?
Eddie the
Eric
Eagle.
Eric the Eel or Eddie
Eric
the
the
Eagle
Eel,
became
yeah.
the same way before.
Eddie the Eagle.
I feel a bit sorry for her, actually, Ray Gunn. I've been looking at why was breaking in the Olympics. So I looked into it because you know how each Olympics kind of has some new sports. Dance sport has been a federation sport in the world, and they've been trying to get an Olympic sport in for years. Since I was in the IOC back in 2000, International Olympic Committee, and dance sport back then were trying to get ballroom dancing into the Olympics as a sport. And they couldn't. And so they thought, how can we get an event into the Olympics, a dancing event? Because they kept saying, the IOC kept saying a dance sport. It's too old-fashioned. We were trying to...
Well, they're trying to get youngsters. That's why.
Young people in.
Like they have with the BMX and with the skateboard.
Yeah, that sort of thing. And they said, well, maybe break dancing. So they got breaking in. But it seems like the federations and the organisation and the choosing the teams just wasn't organised in time properly. So the proper break dancers aren't really in the sport. You know what I mean? Like it's a sport that became a Olympic sport. I don't know what, I was trying to work out what year it became an Olympic sport, but it's just been haphazard how it's been put into the Olympics. And so that female, Ray Gunn, presumably saw an opening in Australia through Oceania region of how to get in. So she played the game and got into the Olympics.
She qualified.
She qualified as the best.
She won something. What did she win?
She won the Oceania competition to get in. So,
which is what? The best of Australia, New Zealand?
Yeah,
the islands.
All the island countries.
Yeah.
Papua New Guinea and Fiji, etc., etc.
So how many people were in that event, I wonder?
Oceania?
Yeah, like when she won that. I wonder where that was. Because presumably that's where we had him in, Jeff.
Jay Attack.
Yeah, Jay Attack. He came in here.
Jeff Dunn.
Jeff Dunn, yeah, great guy.
Yep.
He must have won the men's...
He did.
The men's edition, and she won the ladies, women's.
So that's how she got in. So she got in legitimately through the rules that they'd set up for the Olympics.
Did she do a similar thing at the Oceanas? I think that's where the problem happened. Is that Jay Attack came out and was doing backspins and flying turtles and head spins, which is what anyone who knows anything, or just people that when you think of breakdancing, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And she sort of came out and did more like a.
But she did the sprinkler at one point.
Yeah,
she did the sprinkler.
It was like a, what do you call it? That sort of dancing, like a interpretive.
Dance. She did
Cultural.
For me, I think most people didn't fit into what the sport is. It's like saying it's one thing getting out there and creating some cool moves for yourself, but not if you're doing the 100-metre sprint.
Do you reckon she'll go
you
viral?
Know what I mean? Like
do you reckon that she's going to... You reckon she'll... I saw something she did immediately afterwards with the Inspired Unemployed.
Yeah.
Like it had come out and...
Which looked way cooler than what she did at the breakdance.
Lutzi, I would have given her the silver if she had done
looked cool in that, right?
If she had done that on the stage. And then I was like, she's played this perfectly, this lady, because, I mean, the guy... Did you see the guy that won the gold? And he did the head spins? Like he was going around about 40 times.
Jay Attack was doing that as well, our guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know this guy's name. That's my
of course.
point. But Ray Gunn, I'm aware of who Ray Gunn is, and there's kind of something intriguing about it.
She was well received in the Australian team. I just saw some footage of her before they went out to the closing ceremony, and the whole Australian team sort of lined up ready to go out, and she's dancing in the middle of everyone. So they've really embraced her because of, I mean, imagine her, all the trolls and the hate. You know, she got there legitimately. I know she wasn't probably great at performing, but she played the game of how you get to the Olympics as an Olympian.
Yeah.
And she did her best job, and I kind of feel sorry for the pile-on.
Well, yeah, but I don't reckon it's been a bit of fun as well. It's just like, I mean, it was so obscure. It was so bad. Her dancing was so bad. That was not world-class athleticism that we were looking at. It didn't matter, but it's not like it was...
Oh, you could have done that.
I absolutely could have done it.
And not saying just you,
Yeah.
I'm just saying you,
Yeah.
someone doesn't break. So then the question comes, was it just premeditated?
Yeah, I reckon it was.
So
Lutzy.
maybe she's
I don't think
copping
so.
heat because she knew she was going to be crap and she just went out there and it's the Olympics.
I think she did her best.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that...
I'd love to see the Oceania, what she did in Oceania.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you reckon that she...
Because Jay Attack is an athlete. Like Jeff Dunn's an athlete.
Yes.
So, and I was like...
we saw him
And
when
you know
he-
what? We never saw her leading up. Like, if you went... I know I was following Jeff on Instagram, but you'd go and you could see him competing in the USA and everything against these super athletes doing the spins and everything. Like, it looked incredible. I never saw a ray gun.
I think because there wasn't a proper sport in Australia for it. There's no organisation for it.
In the women's or...
Yeah.
Is
so
her
probably no
husband her
competitions.
coach?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. He was a breakdancer as well. So she came from... I
You
read
got
a story about it.
Yeah, well, you got a ticket.
Jazz
Who else
dance
does
and-
he coach?
Jazz and tap dance, whatever. And they honestly, they saw an opening.
It's cool. I
know.
get it. I get what you're saying.
Get my
it's
side
not,
of the story.
It's not a personal attack on her. Like, and she took full. And
Everyone
she,
else is doing that in the whole world.
Well, if we worked
she's
out...
like an incredibly smart woman. She's got a PhD. Like Jodie's got a PhD. They're hard to get. She's obviously a very intelligent. She probably knows more about breakdancing, the culture, and the ins and outs of the sport than
Clearly.
anybody else in the country. But
I saw some of the. I saw.
Well, just because you do a PhD on something,
Yeah.
doesn't mean you can compete. Like I could do a PhD on the 1500 metres.
Yes,
I
that-
still embarrass myself in the final.
just because you've got a PhD, well, Jodie said it herself. You get a PhD in psychology, which she does. It doesn't make her a great psychologist,
Right.
Like the Olympic, you've still got to go out there. The Olympics is sort of excellence of execution under pressure.
Yeah.
I saw
And that was not excellence that we saw.
It was not.
I saw some of the new sports coming into LA. Actually, speaking of,
What do we got?
we've got flag football, which apparently is like gridiron but with flags.
My jury's out on that
Which
one.
apparently is a big sport around the world. Yeah.
Well, OzTag here in Australia is a huge
Yeah, it's like
sport
that.
as well. So I guess it's a sort of
That.
it's like that, but for NFL.
Where's
Lacrosse?
Where's that? I've just got a question mark on flag football being a big
Lacro-
sport around the world.
I don't
Lacrosse.
like these new sports, like 3v3 basketball. And,
That's got to go.
like, I don't get it.
They brought that in to try and
I didn't even see it.
they brought that in to try and cut down numbers and get rid of the proper basketball. But the proper basketball is too popular. It's not
Yeah.
a
Proper
It's also the
basketball
Olympics.
is
Like,
like-
it's the elite of the elite.
All
They're
we
bringing
wanna
in
see.
they're bringing in cricket in LA. It's good for Australia.
It's good for Australia and also big numbers obviously in the subcontinent.
There's like 5 countries who play that.
Yeah, and
About a
squash.
billion eyeballs.
Yeah.
Squash
2
is the
billion.
last one they're bringing in.
Squash.
Squash they're bringing into LA.
Is that what the Americans call racquetball? Is that the same thing? Is racquetball and squash the same?
Slightly different.
Any American
Different-
friends? I've always
different,
wondered that.
size racket.
It's a different game, is it? Racquetball and
Oh,
squash.
I think it's on the same type of court, but different size
Very
racket.
similar, but slight differences.
Yeah,
And you said lacrosse, right?
and lacrosse. And
Lacrosse.
breaking's out.
That's big in
Yeah.
Canada, America, and a couple
Yeah.
of regions in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Breakdancing won't be back though. Will
I think
it?
that's one
Don't
and done.
think so.
It's
I think climbing's going to survive.
climbing's good.
Yeah, I like
I
climbing.
like the climbing. Yeah.
Anyway, watch this space.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie Snackbox.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Sue's to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Suhas out of Westlake. Have I pronounced that correctly?
Yes, got it right.
Nice. Suhas has never played, heading home after school drop-off. Software engineer. Do I detect an accent there, Suhas?
No.
No? Okay. Not gonna... Oh, that'll do me. Oh, thank you for that, Suhas.
Apologies, mate.
Oh, that's the best thing I've ever heard.
He's from Westlake. What are you talking about?
Well, but you know what? Okay. Suhas, you ready to rock and roll? I'm just going to move on.
He's a software engineer from Westlake. What are you talking about? What's he talking about, Suha?
You know what? It's 9:07 on a Monday, and we've wrapped up Caller of the Week.
Oh, you've got this. You are unbeatable from here, mate.
Shall we give him the prize already?
You are unbeatable.
You won a Terry Toweling hat,
Just give it to
a
me.
stubby holder.
We'll get you back on Friday.
Yeah,
but you've
we're
won the
talking
prize,
to you on
mate.
Friday, Suhas. You are rock solid.
Oh, man. Respect.
All right, you ready? You ready? Suhas from Westlake.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay, good. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. What does the medical specialty of podiatry study and treat?
Pediatrist.
Jim Parsons played Sheldon Cooper in what sitcom?
Big Bang Theory.
In tennis, how many games are usually required to win a set?
6, 7, 6.
What is the national animal of India?
Janaganamana.
What? Spell acquire.
What is wrong with you? He's a gentleman.
It's time up.
Yeah. Also, we're going to take 6 as answer number 3 because you went 6, 7, 6, 7, but you said 6 before he started answering the question. If that's fair
And
enough.
I was trying to write it down, but what was the national animal of India?
That was Janaganamana.
Janaganamana.
Okay. Did Suhas have any time left on the clock there, Buzz? I don't think he did he?
Buzz?
No, he used up all of his 30 seconds.
Buzz, mate.
Yeah, no time. No time.
Okay. Well, I say we bring in the camp.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Okay,
All
let's
right,
go.
you ready, Suze?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. What does the medical specialty of podiatry study and treat?
Feet.
Jim Parsons plays Sheldon Cooper in what sitcom?
I don't know.
In tennis, how many games are usually required to win in a set?
6.
What is the national animal of India?
I don't know.
Spell acquire.
Equire.
Stop the clock.
Acquire.
It's a tough one.
Acquire.
Okay. Suze.
4 seconds for
4
Susie.
seconds. I'll take a Tuco. I'll take a
Oh,
double.
Tuco.
I'll take a double Tuco.
Double two.
What does the medical specialty of podiatry study and treat? Suhas, you missed this one. Sue said feet, and feet is correct. So it's 1-0 Suze. Jim Parsons played Sheldon Cooper in what sitcom? Suze, you said I don't know. Suhas said The Big Bang Theory. That's correct.
Wow.
So it's 1-1.
Must get.
In tennis, how many games are usually required to win a set? You both said 6. That is correct. It's 2-2.
Oh, jeez.
What is the national animal of India? Suze, you said I don't know.
Yeah.
Janaganamana is the national anthem of India.
I heard
But
national anthem. I didn't hear you as national anthem. I would have told you the answer.
He definitely said national animal.
I said national animal, and you gave us the national anthem.
Yes.
Suhas actually got a bit of a funny sort of,
Just the way I said it, Suhas, it probably sounded like anthem,
we
but
get
I
a
was
lot of
saying
that.
animal. The national animal of India is the tiger, so you missed that.
Yes.
And then
Janaganamana, that's good to know, isn't it?
and spell acquire. You didn't get to that one, Suhas. You ran out of time. Suze, you said ECQUIRE. It's AC.
Suhas, how did you know?
QUIRE.
How did you know Janaganamana, by the way? That's a good one to get.
I'm from Indian origin, so I know I definitely missed that animal part.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've got
you got
the
Indian
answer
origin.
right.
Oh.
Hey, can we get a...
So who wins?
It's a 2-all draw. Sue's had 4 seconds
yeah.
left on the clock, so she beat you on time, Sue Haas.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
I came across all these famous people that are related to each other that I didn't realise were. Mm. But as a footnote to that, because we're talking about the Olympics, did you see that Loretta Harrob's daughter got runner-up in the Wimbledon junior singles over the weekend?
Loretta Harrop triathlete.
Loretta Harrob was a triathlete in my era who got a silver medal at the Sydney Olympics.
Indeed.
And she's got 2 kids who are really good tennis players. God. Emerson Jones, the daughter, got runner-up in the girls' Wimbledon tennis. The best result since Ash Barty.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, did you know about that?
I did not know about that.
But I saw that Liz Smiley, the tennis player, her son, Elvis Smiley, he's just qualified for one of the majors, I'm sure, the British. Was it
golf?
Golf.
Yes, but he's a really good golfer.
Oh, wow.
I think that's this week.
He's a gun golfer.
Okay.
That kid.
Yeah, it's funny, hey. So, well, I'm going down more of a path of celebs because I saw yesterday that the voice of Bart Simpson, Nancy Cartwright, is actually, it's a woman.
Yep.
Is the auntie of Sabrina Carpenter. You know that singer we play all the time? Have you got any of Bart?
Ooh, okay. Let's have a look.
Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot there. And I've got a list of them that are all related that I never even knew that were related. I can start going through them if you want.
Let's go.
Okay. And it's good actually having Mitch here because some of these people I don't know who they are. So Julia Roberts.
Why is Mitch going to help more?
Because they're movie stars.
Julia Roberts, I've heard of her.
Have you heard of Emma Roberts?
Yep. Emma Roberts?
Yeah.
Which one's she?
Oh, she's been...
One of the Emmas.
She's been in a lot of stuff. She's in the American Horror Story a fair bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Her auntie is Julia Roberts.
Mm.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that, actually.
Do you guys watch Emily in Paris, the TV show?
No. It was still... No, I can't say my usual line for that.
Oh, my God, it's really good. Mitch, have you seen it?
I've been around when my wife watches it, yes.
It's really, really
No,
good.
Jodie's loves
Yeah.
it too.
Just quickly, Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that one, or was it like...
Yeah, I've gone to the next one, but that's fine.
No, because Eric Roberts,
Yes.
the actor, is the dad.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know who Eric Roberts was either.
That dude.
No, he's not the dad. He's the dad.
He's the dad of
Emma,
Roberts.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And the brother of Julia.
Yeah.
You know if you saw him, that guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I've moved on to...
Sorry.
Lily Collins is the main actress in Emily in Paris. I definitely recommend it. It's a really good show. Her dad is Phil Collins.
Really?
Yes.
Is Phil still hanging in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he going all right?
Yeah. Just tooling around, not releasing anything.
He
But
said you his best too. Still hanging in there.
No, he hasn't been well.
Yeah, right.
I saw a picture of him up on stage and he didn't look good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Here's a good one. And they've acted together, these two. Emily Blunt, Devil Wears Prada.
And James Blunt.
No, not James Blunt. Is Stanley Tucci's sister-in-law. Is that how you say his name?
Oh,
Mitch?
Tucci. Yeah,
Tucci.
yeah.
Emily Blunt is Stanley Tucci's sister-in-law.
I believe because this is the trivia that I know that's useless to me, when they made Devil Wears Prada,
Yeah.
she introduced, because he started that with her, and she introduced them, and they got married to Emily's sister, yeah.
Oh, that's how they got together.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Stanley Tucci? He's that bald guy.
No.
I think, again,
Yeah,
you'd know
I
him
know
if you'd know him.
Oh, yeah, I
before
know.
he-
him,
Yeah,
definitely.
I know
Yeah,
Stanley.
yeah.
He's like a scene stealer in
great.
everything he's been in. But yeah, Devil Wears Prada, Hunger Games, yeah, he's great.
He does all this cooking stuff now too.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also
On
travel shows.
Yeah, it's good.
Stanley Tucci goes to Italy.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend that too, actually.
And that's her dad.
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You guys know this one. Dakota Johnson is
Yeah,
the daughter
Dakota
of...
Johnson of Meg
50 Shades.
Mel
Dakota
Griffith.
Yeah.
Mel Griffith.
And the dad is...
John
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good matchup.
Melanie Griffith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
No, she went and hooked up with... Was she with Antonio Banderas for a while?
Yeah,
And they
she
broke
was.
up. They were
Did they
together
break
for
up?
like 20 years, but they broke up the last couple of years.
I told you about the time I ran into her in an airport lounge
No.
in New York.
Sounds good. Let's
Melanie
finish on this.
Griffith.
Was it just at a bar, or was it at an airport?
It was at like an airport lounge, like the equivalent of like
Corners Club.
Corners
type thing?
Club type thing in New York. When we were going to fly home, Jodie's gone to the bathroom. Melanie Griffith is at the bar, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going up. I'm going up." And
Really?
and I went up, and she ordered the red drink, like a
Bloody
cocktail.
Mary.
And I went, oh, what is that? And she goes, it's a Bloody Mary. And I've gone, oh, I've always wondered what is in a Bloody Mary. She told me what was in it. She goes, oh, you're Australian. And I went, yeah. And she said she'd just finished filming a film with an Aussie.
Oh, yeah.
Joel Edgerton.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Yes.
Russell. What's his name?
No, Joel Edgerton.
Oh, yeah.
Were you also thinking at this point, geez, I hope Jodie takes a long time in there,
Well, I ordered
whatever she's doing.
I ordered a Bloody Mary. I said, I'm going to order one of them too. So I ordered a Bloody Mary and I was there long enough. And then Jodie actually did come out and saw me chatting up with Melanie Griffith at the bar.
What did Jodie do?
That reminds
She
me.
just got us stood there, and then Melanie left, and then we walked onto the plane, and she was in business class. We had to walk past her. Very shameful. We're back here, but we had a little wave, and then she got straight into a limo when we got to LA, and she was gone. It was like,
Wow,
wow,
that's
that's
interesting.
that's her first class service everywhere.
For some reason, it just reminds me, I was watching Modern Family yesterday. Who's the dad at Phil?
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing he'd do, you know, when waiting for his wife to return from
Yeah.
like, panicking.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.